the world's most advanced cold wallet for the new generation of cryptocurrency lovers.
So if you are interested in buying this decent wallet, you can find a link in the description down below where you will get a 20% discount. Thank you very much, and let's dig in the video. What's up, XRP family? Thank you guys for joining the video for today. We have some very good stuff to dig in. Let's take a look. Here we have XRP is not a security. Buying XRP doesn't give you the rights to a dime on the company's profits or earnings per share or dividends. Very interesting video. Let's take a look, guys. This is Corey Johnson, former chief market strategist, Ripple. Let's take a look.
It's really clear to us that XRP is not a security, and XRP's relationship to Ripple is proof of that. But maybe more importantly, you've also got XRP. You can buy all the XRP you want. It doesn't give you the rights to a dime of the company's profits or earnings per share or dividends. It doesn't give you a single share or any interest in the future of this company. And God forbid, if this company were to go away, it'd be a very sad day for the Johnson family, but it wouldn't make a bit of difference to XRP. XRP continues to exist separate from the company Ripple. And so for that reason, I think when the SEC takes a good hard look at this, and we know that they're starting to do some of that work, they're going to recognize, I suspect, that XRP is so clearly not a security. It's really clear to us.
See, guys, so if this is so simple, if a guy of this caliber is saying that it's actually very simple, he's noting out that you cannot get company's profits or earnings per share or dividends, so that means it's not a security. Do you think that the SEC doesn't know that, guys? Do you think they're gonna go after Ripple? Because Ripple is like the worst company to go after, to call it a security. It's the worst one. You can go after all the cryptocurrencies and you'll probably win, but no, they decide to go after Ripple, the most established company in the cryptocurrency space, the most established and the best way of presenting a cryptocurrency, a real use case for the world, and they decide to go after them. See, this already doesn't make sense. This should already ring bells that this is all staged and that they're just doing this to make XRP ready. It's the opposite, right? It's exactly the same as Tesla or Apple having a lawsuit. When they got out of that lawsuit, look at what happened at their stock prices. It's the same concept of happening. It's the same thing. Now, this is even bigger because this is a change of financial system. So it will take longer, and it will be, there will be a lot of corruption. Because why? They cannot just put the real world problems out there and say, listen, our financial system is shit. We need something else. So we're going to use Ripple. It doesn't work like that, right? They need to create all these diversions and all these versions and all these arguments to distract people. That's actually what's happening. So a small perspective from how this is happening. NFT support on XRP Ledger from Ripple delayed. Here's why. The XRP Ledger team encountered serious problems in building support for NFTs. As a result, the developers withdrew their consent votes. Ripple has been forced to undertake remedial work. How long will it last? Serious bug for NFTs on the XRP Ledger. It turns out within the NFT on the XRP Ledger there was a serious bug. As a result of it, NFTs knocked out in this space are susceptible to attacks by malicious users. Now, I do not know, guys, if this is official news. Let's take a look. Weedsewint, on the other hand, also announced via Twitter the planned course of corrective work. First, the code is to be corrected at the source. So I do not know, guys, if this is real, but we can check that later. Probably it is because it's a good source. So, but yeah, XLS20 is actually the platform or the technology that is being used for minting NFTs, which still didn't release, and it was actually on the brink of releasing, so I think it might be delayed. Susan Friedman, keynote speaker at Swell London. Swell London, guys, this is all we are talking about right now because it is one of the biggest things that is coming, and it's in November, and around this time we expect that they are going to start using the Ripple for new financial system. Actually, it's a date that things will start happening, right? Even before that, So it's very, very important because if you look at where this Swell event is, it's in London. First of all, the speakers are of high caliber, guys. It's Bank of England, Bank of America. Now you have MasterCard, Swell, Gilbert Verdian, Quant, Digital Pound Foundation. Let's take a look at Susan Friedman. Today, Ripple is excited to announce it is joining the Digital Pound Foundation, a non-profit focused on the development and implementation of a digital pound in the United Kingdom. Ripple, as a foundation member, will be represented on the board by Susan Friedman, head of policy. Ripple's participation in the foundation continues our ongoing work engaging central banks globally on technical and policy issues related to CBDCs. So a very important factor here. Quant CEO and Digital Pound Foundation Director Gilbert Verdian. Quant CEO, guys, these things are not just coincidence, right? MasterCard as the Chief Information Security Officer responsible for the security of all the payments in the UK for the Bank of England. Now, this is just a small perception, guys, of what is actually coming. Chamber of Digital Commerce submitted their amicus brief for the SEC versus Ripple. Clip is Perion DC giving an update today on Twitter Live. No position taken despite arguing oranges are the same as XRP, not a security. So why wouldn't they take a position then?
In DC, I'm in our office now, which is downtown in DC. And Wednesday morning, we submitted our amicus brief in the case involving Ripple and the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. This case has been really long and drawn out. It's almost 2 years in the making at this point. We still think we have many, many months before there'll likely be a resolution, but it's obviously something that we are following very closely. First, our brief was submitted truly as a friend of the court. We did not take a position on behalf of Ripple or the SEC. Our brief is meant to provide information to the judge and the court overall about the laws regarding to digital assets. In our brief, we argue that an investment contract is distinct from the subject of an investment contract. So we often talk about the Howey test. The Howey test is a decades-old Supreme Court case about orange groves, where there was an investment contract in orange groves where the orange is a commodity, it's not a security. And that's different from the investment contract itself. So we weighed in that in the digital asset space, there are no laws in place that provide that clarity, but also an investment contract is different from the subject of it. And in this case, it would be XRP is the subject of the investment contract that's at question in the courts. We also suggest to the court and make sure the court is aware that this case could provide legal precedent, again, because we don't have regulatory guidance from the SEC on this particular matter. If the court weighs in on one particular way or the other, they could set a legal precedent. So we wanted to make sure the courts understood how big of an issue this is going to be. And how much of an impact this case will have on the larger digital asset ecosystem.
Now, guys, first of all, think very clearly. Do not believe everything they say, right? That's the first thing you have to understand about these huge companies. Now, here you can say, no position taken despite arguing, right? So she's saying at the beginning that they didn't choose a side, right? They didn't choose Ripple's side. Why do you think that is, guys? That's not just because these companies cannot do that. They cannot choose a side. They cannot just come in and represent Ripple. Although they know that that is wrong. They know that XRP is not a security. But that's not the issue here, right? All these people are following a script, guys. And that is why it's so confusing for everyone. So here, for example, Crypto Airy is saying, so why wouldn't they take a position then? See, it's confusing, right? But it's because if you do not understand how the system works, and this is how it works, right? It's all a script, guys. And the problem is no one is going to say that, right? Because they're going to be canceled, they're going to have problems. So this is the reason that everything is so confusing. It's all a script. No one understands what's happening. It's very obvious that XRP is not a security. That's not the issue here. The issue is time. They need more time, guys. They're distracting all the people here. And no one is willing to say this because people think you're crazy or something else, guys. You can go through all the documents, guys. All they have been doing is delaying and delaying. It's just time. They need more time. Maybe till November this year, or maybe till November next year. They will keep delaying until everything is ready. And hear the words that she's saying. She's saying that this case has a bigger impact on the whole ecosystem of digital assets. Now, do you think that they do not know that, guys? They know that. They know that this is gonna be the framework for digital assets. That is why this is so big. This is not just a small thing. And that's the problem, guys. So it's gonna be very interesting because I can already see what's happening, guys. If you follow the right amount of people, and if you can look through the curtains that they are presenting, this is just actually the birth of a new financial system. And that is the way they do it, right? They cover everything up, guys. They're not gonna give you the black and white. This is it. This is what we're doing. This is why it's taking this long. They're not gonna do that, right? As they do with everything. They cover everything up. Now, this may sound like I'm some crazy conspiracy theorist, but I'm not, guys. This is just how things have always been working, right? Look at the financial crisis. It's the same thing. The financial crisis back in 2008. Where everything collapsed, right? The house market. How do you think that happened? It was all a cover-up. The real problem was the bubble that was happening. They didn't talk about that, right? It's the same thing, guys. There's gonna be a major collapse of everything. If this still doesn't convince you about XRP, don't know what will. Ripple with a lawsuit and attending Swell 16-17 November. Bank of America, Amazon Web Services, Sanji, Binance. Do you really think they would waste their time? Seriously, do you really think all these people think that XRP is a security and they're going to attend the Swell London event on November? Guys, I'm telling you, something very big is coming, and it's going to be this year 100%. Swell 16-17 November is going to be very interesting. Ripple is in a position that I compare to Amazon. We are the leading enterprise blockchain company, period, full stop. Ripple is in a position that I compare to Amazon circa 1997. Books is to cross-border payments for Ripple. And everyone will look back, guys, and look at this and say he was right? But we already know he's right, because we know that XRP will be used globally. Japanese SBI is set to launch Ripple-based mobile app. Everything is setting into place for this bigger financial system. It's just a matter of time. Third party B files a motion to seal requesting redactions to the declaration of the third party B filed by the SEC as an attachment to the SEC's motion for summary judgment. See, so they're still delaying, they're still holding back, guys. Here you can see another video of this guy. Let's take a look.
We have the technology to allow every financial institution on the planet to settle with every other financial institution in a compatible jurisdiction in any asset in seconds for less than a penny. Just think about this. Anyone who's made a payment knows that we're nowhere near that today. But imagine every financial institution settling with every other financial institution in seconds for less than a penny, any asset. That's fundamentally transformative. We have the technology to do it. Now we just need to figure out how to drive the adoption. And of course, there's all the challenges with there's incumbents, there's regulation, there's inertia. You know, there's the big players who are really trying to defend. You know, if you're one of the largest banks in the world, you want to push pause or stop on technology. Because you're in the lead. So of course, like you say you love technology, but obviously you wish you could stop it. So.
See, guys, and that's just how it works, right? That's what's just happened. This was a while back. They already had the technology. That was never the problem. XRP was always ready. Ripple was always ready. What was the problem, guys? It's regulation. So that's what you're seeing now. That's what they're dealing with now. And it's the lawsuit. So once that's out of the way, it's gonna be fireworks. Thank you very much for watching this video, guys. See you in the next one. Cheers.